You know the feeling. You've just done a whole load of washing and you're left with a bunch of ironing. So what do? You get changed and you make it an occasion. That is right. Inside we have the Tefal IXEO. This is an all-in-one appliance. It claims to do your ironing. It's a steamer. It's a standalone unit. It does everything. I've heard through the grapevine, it even does the dishes. Whoa, I know. Seriously, right? Let's take a look inside. And voila, this is what you get inside the box. You get the board and the cover, the steamer with the steam handle. You get the base, which is the heaviest part. You get the extendable rods. You get the accessories, the anti-calc, and of course you get the placement for the steamer itself. Now all that's left to do is to assemble it together. First up, you want to get the base and place it on the floor. Next up is the extension rods. Now these are great because you can vary the height of them depending on how tall or how short you are, or if you're sitting down or if you're standing up doing your ironing. And now you're free to extend it as much as you like. So it does extend just about 1 meter, and you can vary it if you're sitting down, you're feeling like you just want to sit down and do your ironing, you can just bring it down again. But always make sure that the two sides are equal lengths, otherwise you're going to have a lopsided ironing board. Ta-da! All right, now it's the fun part. Now it's time to place on the board onto the stand. Now to do this, you need to get your steel rods and you need to place them inside either side of the ironing board for extra support. And you just clip it in like so. The next thing to do is to place on your cloth over the ironing board to protect it so that obviously you don't want to melt the plastic that's underneath. Once that's in securely, turn it around and place these hooks over the side to keep it in secure place. And you can see here that these will end up in these grooves here. Now this is a bit fiddly, but just make sure it's aligned and then you can click it into place. Congratulations, you have successfully set up your beautiful board. Now it's time to get started and get setting up with this wonderful steam appliance. Okay, so what we have to do now is we get the anti-calc and we actually take out this compartment here, which is secured by security lock, so just pull down and remove. This is where your water will be kept. Put that to one side and turn the device over, like so. And you'll see there is a beautiful hole here, which is exactly the size of your anti-calc. Now what you need to do is firstly take off the rubber bungs and you slots in really beautifully, like so. And then just push the clips. So I've got my beaker of water over here, and all I'm going to do is pour it in, like so. Now once that's done, you place it back inside. Click. And now is the moment you've all been waiting for. It is time to turn it on. Woo! We have steam. Okay, now it's time to put it to the test. And iron away we shall. Wow. Okay, I gotta say, that is quite impressive. Like, it does look straight. What I feel like we need to do is get something that's actually creased. And I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna show you guys, just to really compare it. I have such a creased up pillowcase, and I'm gonna just attach it on using my clips, like so. Right now, before I get started with the steam applicator, you will notice that there is no setting, so it is just literally straight out of the box and go. Now, I wouldn't probably advise using this if you have some delicate products like silk, for example, or delicate fabrics. I would always consult your manual or your specification for your fabrics. So this is cotton, 100% cotton. I think we're gonna be safe with this one, so let's see how it performs. Ooh, these are some tough creases. Okay, that's interesting. If you pull the fabric, it actually works a lot better. Okay, one thing to note, guys, is I would say every maybe 10-15 seconds, take it off the actual fabric, because what will happen is that steam will actually build up and it'll cause this water that will happen onto your fabric, which obviously is going to take in its own right some time for it to dry up as well. So just to give yourselves a bit of help, just take it off every second, let it just blow out all the excess steam and then carry on again. Okay, so far I have a semi-straight watery pillowcase, so okay, I gotta say, I think the ideal, look guys, I think the ideal use case for this product is not gonna be the most creased up pillowcase, because it just takes it out of you. Like, I've literally, I don't think I've ever actually ironed a pillowcase for so long in my life, and it's wet. It's actually wet. So maybe it's more suited for shirts. Maybe I might just pause on this. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm getting really hot. Like, I feel so hot right now. I had hoped that this would make my ironing chores easier. I start to think that maybe it's not the most easiest. Maybe if you got something that, I think the best scenario would be like if you've ironed something and you've went out and you just got one big crease, or if you've put it in your coat hanger and you put it in your wardrobe and you got one crease, then this is probably the best way to touch up rather than doing an ironing all over again, because straight away, like from the washing machine, this is just too much. Just really give it some. No? It's looking better. I'm getting a little less water. It's still there. So I'm gonna have to dry this obviously in the air dryer after. Now, as you can see, the steamer has reduced the number of wrinkles and creases inside the pillowcase and the shirt, but to be honest with you, I did find it quite tiresome and I have just stopped. As you know, steamers do not get as hot as irons, which is great for those situations where you've got delicate fabrics or you just want to touch up here and there to detail your fabrics or your shirt. And I personally love the steam function in my iron. I love it getting those nice crisp lines in the pillowcases, in the shirts. I use it all of the time. But I have to say, obviously my iron doesn't contain much water. It can't hold as much as a steamer can, which can hold over a liter of water. So in reality, if you're looking for something, just a steaming option, and it's gonna hold a lot more water, this will do the trick for you. Will I be giving up my iron for this just yet? Well, I don't think so. I do really like the way technology is going, but this is just so big and bulky, I don't really have space for it. But it's perfect if you do have a large apartment or a large house. You can just keep it in the corner somewhere, and every so often you just go and do your touch-ups to your shirt or your pants. For me, I probably won't be saying goodbye to my traditional iron just yet. What do you guys think? Are you going to be saying goodbye to your iron and saying hello to these steamers? Let me know in the comment section below. Oh, my iron, I love it so much. It's not even on and it's getting rid of the creases. I love this thing. Nothing will take you away from me, my love. Mwah.